Hi Kiwi, alright, we are back at Hades 1, and I have remapped my mirror a little bit. I'm going to play around with this. Mainly I'm using Stubborn Defiance, so if I die in a room, I resurrect, and I can keep doing that once per room. It does make Hades a little bit scarier. I'm using Golden Touch because it does ramp up the amount of gold I'm getting per run, potentially, overall. And I upgraded a couple other things like God's Legacy and Dark Foresight to increase the chances of me getting higher tier rewards and the duo/legendary boons that really can win us a 32 fear run. I'm going to try 32 fear maybe like 2 or 3 more times with no expectations that I'm going to win necessarily.
Let me see into your past.
But I would like to play at least 1 or 2 more rounds. I'm going to try once on the shield I'm going to do 2 runs on the shield and 1 run on the bow. I'll start with the bow just because it is the weapon that I'm most comfortable with, and this is going to be our setup for Ford, I believe. Let's see. Let me see if there's anything else I want to change here. No, I think this is fine. Alright. Well, wish me luck, Kiwi. I know our last attempt didn't go well, but
Do your worst, Father.
if you haven't seen the streams, I have been streaming a little bit of Hades in the side, running 32 fear just to practice.
What is it, love? Are you still having problems with the dead? I swear, you'd think they had enough of me in life.
And I have beaten 32 fear I think about 4 times now on stream, or well, a couple of the streams have been just Kiwi and I for various reasons, so that we can just hang out without having to worry about other people popping in and interrupting conversation. But again, no promises that this will go as well as I would like it to, but I can at least give it an honest try.
More darkness.
One thing I'll have to hopefully not accidentally do is mash through dialogue with the gods, because I do want that on this channel, or on this series, is to like have the full dialogue play out. But in the meantime, I guess I can talk about how today is going, and it isn't exactly going great.
Power of the gods.
You can't tell because, of course, how would you be able to tell what time it is? But I am currently up at like 4 a.m. I could not sleep, and I have work today. I think I was having nightmares related to work, which is probably why. I'm like a good... I'm starting the 2nd week of being away for work for the 3 weeks I'm away for work. And I am realizing I will never take work like this again. 3 weeks of being away, like I'm already like just sad about being away for a whole week. And
My weapon's hidden talents.
let's see, twin shot sounds pretty darn good here.
Let's go, Coroner.
I favor having the longer range where possible, but I'll take what I can get. But that effectively doubles our damage, and of the wins that I've gotten on stream, 3 of them were with Rama. Rama is hands down my best weapon. I had thought it was the aspect of Hera, but when I looked a little bit more closely at the archives in my old save file, and I'm now very confident that it was in fact Rama that I was thinking of. Hera I quite liked, but Rama was my weapon. So, we'll see where we get. Again, I have no expectations that I'll actually win this run, but it would be pretty cool if I did, you know? We'll see.
Shiny.
Anyway, so I don't know. I'm not gonna. I've made a point of not talking about work on stream or on recording too much because it does stress out Kiwi, and probably myself too. But mostly to say, I mean, regardless of work, I didn't sleep well last night, and it's not the usual. Well, I'm home, therefore I didn't expect to sleep well anyway. This one's on me. Brain chemistry is a nonsense sort of operation, I suppose. What can you do? Taking more hits than I would like from these numbskulls, but it's fine. As long as I don't get hit by the traps. The traps are really what are going to do the most damage to me in a short amount of time. We'll be using them on the later floors to heal ourselves up with Stubborn Defiance. Alright, Artemis or Chaos. Artemis would be really good for her dash strike here. Because you want to dash strike with the bow to get the faster charge, but Chaos does stand to offer us a pretty sizable damage up as well. I think I'm gonna go Chaos early. Because especially if we get his legendary, or sorry, their legendary with, the extra...
Such darkness emanates from you, O son of Hades, that I once again did not entirely anticipate you would arrive just now. I suspect even your father must have difficulty keeping track of you through the domain he calls his own.
Let's see. Oh, well, we got we got the dash strike up anyway. That's funny. Yeah, I think we'll gladly take that afterwards. Yeah. So for the next 4 encounters, I have 40 less HP, but I deal once that runs through, I'll do 60% more damage on the dash strike, which is phenomenal. And I don't mind taking this mini boss here because maybe we can. It's Athena, which means we can possibly roll either her dash or her call, which are incredibly safe boons for the run. Makes our survivability go up substantially. I'll probably take her dash over her call initially.
Your struggles have not gone unnoticed, cousin. So take heart. Eternity awaits you once you finally break free.
All right, let's see. We got her dash, we got her call. Both of these, again, are really good options. But I'm going to start with the dash because I think it offers me more immediate protection. I'm not going to really be able to ramp up the God Gauge, like save up enough God Gauge to effectively use it for a little while yet. So I have discovered in grinding the 32 Fear runs, like these guys are surprisingly more difficult for me than I'd like to admit. Like it really is as simple as just dodge to the side and their attack is super well telegraphed. But when they have what is it, forced overtime, where their attack speed is increased by like 40%, I seem to have a lot more time, a much harder time dodging them immediately before they charge than I'd like, than I'd like to admit, which is kind of sad.
Hope you don't mind. I told Callisto all about you recently. Don't worry, I was quite discreet about it. The two of us were on the hunt. Not like I just shouted out your story from the mountaintops.
You definitely did, didn't you? Alright, we did not get her dash. And I don't think it's worthwhile to me to really try and reroll here. Although I'm going to save my rerolls. I'll take True Shot and hope that I can sell that for, I think it's Underworld Customs. It's the Pact of Punishment that makes you have to... Do I want anything here? Demeter could be decent on the special, because I'm just looking for a god that, helps me apply status privilege. But do I want to take her right now? I don't think I want to take her right now, just because I want to have this coin going into the next floor for Golden Touch to give me more gold. Because the way Golden Touch works is it gives you, I think, 10% of any gold that you have is increased upon clearing the floor, which is a pretty... It adds up to being a fairly reasonably sizable amount of gold if you get it all saved up. I am taking 4 more damage in this room than I would like. I'm gonna do the... Oh, wait. Nope, too late.
That's better.
The trap's deactivated in Tartarus until after you,
Let's see here.
after you finish the room. Alright, we're fine. Let's see. Pomegranate. So kind of the same mentality as... This is the end shop, so I'll take the Pom here and put it on the attack.
Power of Olympus.
That's a nice 14% increased damage. I'll take that gladly. Oh, there was a fish. Oh, well, I didn't see it. I'm on tight deadline, but I've got a good 3 minutes. I could have taken that fish. Oh, well.
Murder! Murderer!
Alright, so... Ooh, that was a chunky hit, but so are our hits. Look at that. Yeah, that's the fun thing about getting the power shot fully charged up on the aspect of Rama. Especially when you have, like, it really upgraded. Is it just does so much damage. Like, look at that. And again, I'm running Stubborn Defiance, so I don't have to be too afraid about dying here, but I do have to be at least a little bit careful about it. Because now I'm out of... Alright, give me a second. Oh dear. Oh dear. There we go. Okay. That was a little sketchy. I will say I'm not sitting in my most preferable position, which I don't know if other people do this, but there's definitely like an optimal... Alright, we just got a 60% increase to our dash attack, which is pretty huge on Rama, since our base damage is already really up there.
Your progress has been duly noted, boy.
What do I want to do now in terms of keepsake? Because again, like I could hunt for Demeter or Dionysus to get status privilege. I'm a little more, I have slight preference to Dionysus because his poison makes it a lot easier to deal with those blue shields. Every tick of poison actually pops a shield, so Maybe I go Dionysus's keepsake and just force him to show up. Yeah, I think that's the route I'm gonna go.
Okay.
And now, perfect, we can sell True Shot, because I didn't want it anyway.
That's one less boon.
I feel like the only boon I want from Artemis at this point
Closer to the
is
surface.
her is pressure points, which increases our crit chance. It makes any of our damage crit, and it's only a small percentage, but if we do crit, it's pretty funny. And I guess marked would be pretty good. But that marked only works if we crit. I could risk this. I could go for the potential Hermes here. Honestly, I think it's worth it because otherwise it's just coin anyway. I assume this is still a matter of don't get hit, right?
One scratch and all your efforts will be lost.
Okay, it is. So I gotta play kind of safe here. Well,
They got me.
I have not succeeded in a single Erebus trial yet. That's unfortunate. I'm just not that good at... I'm not good at not getting hit, I guess. I think that's why I need to depend on Stubborn Defiance so badly. Really, it was only 2 enemies. Wow, I have no excuse for that.
Well.
Alright.
Well.
Alright, this is actually a tough decision. Eurydice would be amazing, because if I can get the upgrade on the attack, that's a whole lot of damage, but I really, really could use Hermes too. I think I'm gonna go for Eurydice, though.
Welcome back.
You know, I've never met a nymph before. You're closer to the gods than mortals, right?
Yeah, gods that can die. How is that fair? It was just a stupid snake bite in my case. Can you imagine something more embarrassing? You're just minding your business, and then snap, you're dead and on your way down here.
It's... Well, I'm gonna just... It's 4 a.m. I'm gonna question my own mortality. It is alarming how quickly life can end.
I know the feeling better than you might expect.
Well, I was going to end up here sooner or later. Might as well while I'm still looking good. Though, I guess you do kind of get to lock in whatever age when you register. Bet everybody dying of old age pushed that one through.
Yeah. Alright, let's make sure. Let's see. So... Yeah, I think no matter what, this will hit the attack, which is pretty great for us. I think that should be at least a 20% damage increase. Let's see, it starts at 84%. And now...
Coming right up.
I'll look at it the next time I get a boon offered so that I can pause the timer, because I don't think the timer pauses in that room, and if it does, I didn't realize. You know what, actually I do think it did, so I could have looked. That's on me. Oops. Alright, let's spread the Rama love a little bit. Not get hit by the trap until we're ready to die. I think that's the one nice thing about Asphodel is you can really reliably heal with Stubborn Defiance. Because you just have to kind of jump into the lava. And it drains your HP very quickly, which is on a bad side when you're not trying to get hit, but it's very easily abused with Stubborn Defiance to heal yourself up to your to 30% HP if you're less than it. There we go. Alright, there's Dionysus, there's a mid shop. Honestly, it would be better for Tight Deadland to take the shop, but again, we want Dionysus on the special so we can get the 40% damage increase status privilege. And lucky enough, we got a...
Hey, Zag, ever see a fellow by the name of Orpheus down there? You ever heard of him? I bet you have. And I have had a funny thought, a little jest that maybe we could try if you'd be up to have a little harmless fun.
Harmless fun at the expense of Orpheus? You have my full and complete attention, Dionysus, mate.
Zagreus, that's cold.
That chap comes up with the most smashing songs, so I was thinking maybe we could spin him into tall tales, something like how maybe you and I, like, we're connected or something. He'll buy it. Tell him for me, yeah?
Alright, so we want... I mean, Premium Vintage would be really good because it means every time I get a Nectar, I increase my max HP, which basically gives me 2 different ways to gain max HP, but I think I'm going to go for the damage over the survivability here, which I have proven time and time and again may not be the best choice, but hopefully it shows up again. I would love to see Premium Vintage a second time, and I'd take it then in a heartbeat. After Party is also good, I believe. I believe that's the one that if you drink from the fountain, you fully heal.
Quieter than usual.
Or I guess in this case it would be more like a... Maybe more like a...
Get this big.
I lost my train of thought because I'm trying not to get hit. Well, I got hit, so I guess everything failed in the end. Oof, that was a hefty chunk. But the one that heals you and then makes you deal more damage at the end, or every time you drink from the fountain. Oh, cool. This is pretty solid. Every time we hit a weak afflicted opponent, they take 20% more damage. That'll be great. I've gotten used to just kind of speed running this a little bit when I'm running 32 here because of 32 heat because of tight deadline. So I've gotten into the habit of not really like waiting to see what the next chamber is going to entail. As you saw going into this room, I don't actually know what the reward for this room is, but it's not like I have a choice. I would have to take it anyway, so I guess I can just let it be a happy little surprise. Yeah, so the thing about Rama is if you can fully charge the power shot, fantastic. Realistically, you may never get that opportunity, especially against if you're using forced overtime that massively increases the movement and attack speed of enemies. Because, I mean, well, that should make sense. You need a pretty substantial amount of time to charge it up, and they're just coming straight at you. So the correct choice here is to take the mid shop, but I think I'm going to go for the HP here because I could use more... I could always use more health in the long run, especially because I'm running Stubborn Defiance. So Stubborn Defiance, again, the way it works is... Oh, it wasn't a mid shop anyway, so we're fine. On to Learning. So the way Stubborn Defiance works is when you die, once per room, you can resurrect with 30% of your max HP. So getting my max HP...
And now, prepare to die.
Getting my max HP up goes a long way for increasing survivability, which I think is fairly obvious, given any video game follows that kind of logic. But particularly when you're trying not to die, or particularly when you are trying to die and then heal based on that fact, which is an odd concept when you put it on paper there. Look at that, 2-shot into the next phase. It's wild how much damage Rama actually does. What I'm trying to do is just spread some of Rama's effects so I can pop these heads as quick as possible. See, I got 3 heads down right then and there. Like, Learning is kind of satisfying to play with Rama. There's actually apparently a really weird trick you can do where if you get enough stacks of Rama's passive on all of the heads, you can skip the 3rd phase of Learning. I think. I've seen it happen once. I think it required a crit from Artemis's attack, and then a bunch of other very specific boons. I was not the best at dodging the lava there, but overall I'd say that was a pretty quick and clean Learning.
And clear.
Yeah. So at this point I know if I speak of any sort of confidence I'm going to get slammed, but all things considered, I feel relatively safe getting at least up to Hades. So now the question becomes, what keepsake do I take? I could take the Palm Blossom and just roll for a couple more levels to just edge out a little bit more damage. Or I could just play it safe and take the Evergreen Acorn or the Lucky Tooth and just keep them on me for the rest of the run. I think for the sake of slightly more damage, I'll go for the Palm Blossom on this floor and then take one of those onto the next. I don't want to really use any of these, so I'm going to re-roll here. This is why I was saving my re-rolls.
What else is there?
Well, I guess we have no choice. I'd honestly rather keep Athena's Dash than keep Hangover, even though that's going to lose us the status privilege. The safety and the damage on the attack are really the main things I need, so unfortunately we didn't re-roll into the things I wanted to sell, but we'll likely see another special boon in Elysium, if not in Styx. So I should hopefully be able to get status privilege back before...
Pleasant temperature.
Before I fight Hades, which is honestly where I need it the most.
For all his faults, Father did make this place look good.
Alright, so we'll gladly take the hammer. I guess what hammer am I looking for here? There are a couple of pretty solid options, all things considered. I just, explosion shot or whatever it is, the one that makes your shot into an AoE, could be pretty good. Point blank shot would be pretty good. Long range shot or sniper shot I think it is okay, but really hard to use, so I'm not a big fan of it. The one that would probably be best is the one that makes your power shot easier to charge, because it means I can get a full charge shot off much faster. And even if I don't get a full charge shot, so the longer I hold the charge of my bow, the more damage it's going to do. So even if I don't get the full power shot, just getting closer to that power shot means I'll deal even more damage.
Fine-tuning.
So, yeah, we'll take explosive shot. But, oh, it charges up slower. I mean, I think I'm still gonna take it. Let's see how bad that is. Ooh, that's really bad. I'm never gonna get a power shot off now. Okay. That's fine, but the thing about it is this basically just changes to kind of a close range build. You just run up, you do that, and they pop. So it's still honestly pretty darn strong. It's just a different playstyle from what I was doing before. It lends itself to being a little less safe also, which is maybe not the best idea here. But I think we're fine. Because the AoE explosion is actually pretty sizable. And you're doing a quick 300 real easy. See, like, it doesn't necessarily feel like the biggest damage down, and it may even still be a damage up. How was that for a reflect kill?
Got your message, cuz. It says here, hurry up and get out of there already. It's from the surface of the earth. It says so right here.
Hermes is funny. One of the things I noticed, alright, the attack faster could help offset some of the, I think I'm going to take the dash. The attack faster effect would help offset some of the lost speed we got, but the dash is just a huge safety net. I could take Athena here as well and go for her call. I don't think I'm going to. Where is the fish? Fish. Where's the fish? Oh, there's gold here. I'm wasting so much time in this room just for the sake of a fish. Okay, there it is. Let's see. I can't really see the bobber. So let's see if I can catch this fish or not. Focusing on fish. Alright. Okay, that was pretty slow. Alright, let's see where we're to next. Another Hermes or Dionysus. So Dionysus has a mini-boss to him, which means the room will take longer, probably. Whereas Hermes stands to give us more survivability, but not the damage. I think in this instance I will take the damage up, just because Hermes is a little bit harder to come by. And again, in theory,
Fountain chamber.
there's still a reasonable chance that both Dionysus or Demeter will show up on the final floor. Maybe not Demeter if we've gotten 4 gods. I haven't been counting, but I don't think we have yet. None of these are really what I want, but I guess quick recovery will at least give me a little bit of extra survivability.
Much better.
Would have preferred like hyper sprint or something. All right. Ooh, excellent. Okay, so Patroclus kind of wins us the run as long as we get a semi-average Styx.
To think he could have... None of this didn't have to be.
Because, so he's going to give us, he's going to give us something that makes our our Stubborn Defiance heal for like 50% more HP.
He's never going to return to me, is he? He's in your father's service now. He's never getting out. Neither are you.
No, that's not acceptable to me. None of it.
How bold. So what do you intend to do? You're leaving anyway.
I'll figure something out. But you do something for me in the meantime. Don't give in to what you're feeling now, all right? Achilles loves you still, like you don't know.
I'm past the point of making promises, but thank you for your words. I love him still, in turn. I pray the fates help you in your endeavors there.
We'll get them back together. Zagreus and I both promised that. So yeah, basically, I'm going to take Touch of Styx, and now my Stubborn Defiance for the next 15 encounters will heal me 50% more.
Thanks.
And I'm going to focus on getting HP at this point because I've got at least 3 levels on the attack, and I have the Palm Blossom for the rest of that. Oh dear. Nope, I didn't even shoot that special the right way. I still think these are probably one of... They're not my least favorite enemy. I think the Shield Bearers, or whatever they're called, are definitely my least favorite enemies because they're just... They tend not to play well with the weapon types that I favor. But the Chariots are definitely up there as some of the worst enemies for me to deal with. Yeah, so I think the playstyle is just I switch to a more dash and attack focused build rather than a charge up my power shot. Chaos this far into the run. I mean, actually, this could be how I throw the run that seems to otherwise be well set for itself, but let's see what we can earn. I'll just have to think really carefully about if a debuff is worth it or not.
In the name of Hades.
Okay. More damage from traps, but 50% more dash strike damage. We're only attacking with the dash strike, and we already have a 60% damage steroid, plus the Artemis damage steroid. Oh wait, no, that's Athena's dash. Never mind. What am I doing? I still think that's really worth it. And the increased damage from traps is super negligible here because the traps are relatively easy to avoid, and even if they aren't, I have the increased survivability, or I kind of want the traps to kill me faster because I'm using them to heal. If I have enough damage to take to heal from them, you know, which we'll see. These chariots, though, man, yeah, they kind of see, they counter my gameplay because my playstyle because they just charge you so quickly, and they're really annoying to deal with when you're fighting any sort of melee build because they just get so close to you. But there we go. Let's see. So I heal 50. I would heal 80% presumably 80%. So I would stand to heal from the eggs, but I don't like the idea of it. So, I'll just take the free HP here and save the shop for the next floor, and we'll see what gods show up, and hopefully we get a Dionysus or a Demeter, and we'll be set. All right. Wish me luck, Kiwi. We're going into the heroes.
Ah, at last. Upon my faith, you'll take not one more step toward the light of day.
If I time my dashes well, I can still get a pretty meaty power shot off. Oh, that was unfortunate. I forgot I had 3 dashes. I could have evaded that. Like, all things considered, it is less damage than if I were to... oh my goodness. Asterius, calm down. I let it out too soon. I was just afraid of getting hit. Oh, okay, he's doing this. It means we can charge this up pretty reliably. His handling is kind of bullshit sometimes, I swear. Oh, jeez, I am taking so much damage here. See, this is what I get for being confident. But I still am doing a substantial amount of damage. Okay. I might have to just focus a little bit more than I'd like. God, Kiwi.
Attack me if you dare, blackguard. Either way, I shall crush you.
We've almost got Asterius now. I'm just gonna have to pull back a little bit. This should finish him. Or it'll finish me. Alright, I think we're good. Theseus I'm less worried about. Oh my goodness, my bow did not want to aim the right way. Did you see that? It was like hard left. Alright, we've got him now. Especially if it's just going to stand still like that for us. We're going to try and...
Completed the repairs. Olympus, vengeance for the Macedonian.
Alright. I'm just going to focus on hopping around here. And there we go. Didn't even have a chance to retaliate there. Okay. These boss fights are a little bit sketchier than I would like.
There's my shade.
There is my shade.
Souvenir.
My good shade. Alright. So basically what I'm looking for on this next floor...
I shall stop you by my own hand if
let's see. Let's think about this real quick. So, Lucky Tooth will heal me for 100 HP. Acorn blocks 4 hits from the boss fight. Realistically speaking, Acorn technically gives us more HP. And the reason for that is Hades does like 50 damage a hit with the current, with hard labor on, so it may be better to just take the Acorn. I think that's what I want to do here. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I might regret that in the long run. We'll take the attack up here because that'll give us a huge damage boost going into the next floor. And then I'd rather not give up quick recovery, but I can't guarantee... I guess really all I want to keep is my dash and my attack at minimum. So let's re-roll one more time and see if I can get at least something better to sell. 20% more damage or 30% of damage taken healed when dashing. I'm going to be dashing non-stop when I'm attacking. So I think I'll give up the weak afflicted foes.
The gods won't mind.
Not my favorite way to go about this, but I'll deal with it.
That was Elysium.
Alright, Elysium done. We're making pretty darn good time. Again, all bets are off until we actually defeat Hades. But at the very least, we can say we had a solid run up until this point. Although, again, the heroes fight wasn't the cleanest. It wasn't the worst either. I definitely got that's the most I think Asterius has ever hit me in one fight with those two. At least it feels that way. Alright, so far, no obvious boons that I want. I will take that HP, though, because it'll give us a lot of healing options into the run. Alright, there's Dionysus. We'll go for Dionysus first, because, again, his damage up is worth it. Like, even if I have to fight a mini-boss here, I'm not too worried about it, because the mini-bosses aren't usually the thing that kills me in sticks.
Master Chaos has evolved.
Oh, and we just got more dash ups, or dash attack up, which is pretty funny. Yeah, so this is how I have to play the build, actually. Oh, where's the fountain? There we go. So you just dash and shoot, and it's like a rapid fire 400 damage attack. I just have to be, and that's the nice thing about Hermes giving us the extra dash too, is that I can pretty reliably and pretty safely dash because I'm comboing it with Athena's dash on top of everything else. So like, it's not perfect. It's definitely not completely safe, especially if I play like a moron. But like exactly like that, just running face first into a melee attack. But you can see like we pop things pretty quickly, and that's only going to get better once we get the Dionysus special here.
Another one of those especially
I guess
vermin.
I shouldn't presume myself to be getting the Dionysus special, though. I should say that. Oh, good. Not just a gigantic vermin, but a gigantic satyr as well. Alright, let's get the special going on this. And I'm going to take the satyr out first, because this guy is way more annoying for me to deal with than the rat. Oh my gosh. Sometimes my dash goes off without me actually meaning to. Or like, I don't know what happens, but I seem to hit the dash button. Okay, I'm annoyed. You're dead. Alright, let's end this. There we go.
In the name of Hades.
Ooh, I should have let them kill me there. Alright, cool. So we got his... Ooh, that's really tempting, but I think we're relatively well set in terms of survivability, honestly. Not looking at the amount of damage I took in the last round, but... I heard a fish. I don't... Oh, there it is. I'm not used to having so much time to be able to fish. I've been doing 32 heat, and like I said, I was grinding out 32 heat on the stream, and I was doing a lot of shield runs, which the shield feel and not just that, but like Zeus built shield runs, so it feels like you have like no... Tartarus is rough because you don't have enough time to get everything you need. We'll go for the HP here. I still have 7 rooms worth of increased healing, so I'm definitely going to try and die in this room if I can. So let's take that, because now I'm back up to 200, so 248 is my minimum HP. That would be worth healing if I'm below. Basically, this run has a pretty amazing chance of winning, being won rather, if I can find the Satyr Sack in this or the next chamber, because I believe the passive we got from Patroclus should last until at least that long, but if we don't, then Hades gets a lot scarier, because I'm not going to have that huge heal that I'm kind of depending on. Unfortunately, this chamber's a bust, so we need to take at least one more chamber. I think what I'll probably do is I'll go for the Hermes boon that was offered, or maybe I go for Athena's Call, because Athena's Call would also give us a reasonable increased survivability. I have to say, Athena's dash keeps me alive on these floors, because I am so prone to running into those discs. It's like not even funny. It's kind of sad. These rats are just a tad annoying. Alright, so in theory now I'm not going to do math. I've proven I can't do math. Okay, so this is it. Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. I was wrong. The I'm not going to have the Patroclus passive for Hades. And just for reference, the reason why I'm pausing here is because the timer does count down while I'm thinking, and so I'm pauses the timer. I think we'll go for the Palm next, I guess. Maybe I should have just gone for the coin so I could maybe afford the Time Blood, but I don't think I want to risk the run for meta progression here, so I'd rather just get something that benefits me in the short term rather than the long term. I can always... there will be plenty of time to farm up those resources in another run. This is not the run for it. Okay. And there we go. Let's give me something good. Alright. I can't re-roll any of this, so none of this is really ideal for me. I would have loved to see like a increased attack or increased healing from your Stubborn Defiance. The game is kind of stiffing us at the end here, so it means I have to play well. That's really what it boils down to, is that I have to play well if I want to have the victory that I am aiming for. Alright, well, like I said before, all bets are off until Hades is either dead or I am. Alright, we're having a really unlucky Styx, because now we're 3 out of 5, and still haven't found the... We still haven't found the Satyr Sack. It's okay, like, we'll make it work, but it doesn't feel great. Yeah, and now I'm back to only healing for, like, a relatively sad portion of my HP. I have to be careful about all the poison damage because it adds up. It's not like it's trickle damage. It's not amazingly devastating, but it's strong enough to be a problem.
Good enough to eat.
Another 10% damage on the attack I will gladly take.
Got some zest.
Alright. At this point, I think I'm going to... If I did the Coin Chamber, I could definitely afford that Titan Blood, but I think I'm going to take the Hermes here for survivability. 20% attack faster, yeah, we'll take that. I guess I should look up whether that actually affects things or not. We'll take the coin here. Maybe the 20% dodge chance would have been better for the survivability it offers, but I feel like attacking faster means that I will DPS faster. And that does mean I will be able to dodge sooner and hopefully survive, have a better surviving chance, or chance of survival. But this is what the playstyle ultimately looks like for this bow, is I just dash around and spam attack. And I can do that pretty reliably. Oh, come on, give us something good. Let's see. No, still nothing. I could take Nemesis Crest, because that will at least increase our damage a little bit when he's doing his lasers, potentially. I don't know, man. Yeah, let's take it. The coin here, in theory, should be enough to afford the Athena boon still.
A sack fit for a huge three-headed hound.
I am incorrect. It is not. I could have afforded it if I had, Actually, I still don't know if I would have been able to afford it, because... No, I think I would have. Oh well.
The Guardian of Hell itself decides the time has come for a short break and snack.
Alright, Kiwi. Again, no promises, but we have a chance. I seem to be more prone to taking damage on his first phase than his second phase, as it turns out, so I just have to... I have to play smart, I have to play safe. So maybe focus on kiting him out, kill his mobs as soon as they spawn. I can do this.
Never late, Father.
I can do this.
It is a testament to the awful might of Demeter that even with the surge of heat created by the pact of punishment you toy with recklessly, this place remains a frozen waste.
I think it looks pretty. I wouldn't call it a waste.
The pact did make the road here a little more fraught than usual, but if it couldn't stop me, I can't imagine it could stop Demeter.
Forget her and the blasted pact. I'll stop you myself.
Alright, so I drop a cast on him, I shoot him with the special, I drop my cast, and I'm going to charge this up and just get as much damage as possible. Alright, we just got one hit. We got our second hit.
Darkness.
Alright, I'm going to charge this up and wait till I see his feet. Oh, jeez. Okay, so we have... I have to remember that I only have one heal here.
Call my name.
Oh, jeez.
I order all you wretches of the underworld to attend me now.
Of course he gave me the shield. It's still better than the chariot, but I'm not a fan of that. Alright, I think that was the last hit that my... Yeah, that was the last hit that the acorn could block. maybe I should have taken Luckier Tooth. I don't know. Playing like ass, unfortunately. Alright, where are you, Dad?
Yeah, boy.
He answered me. That's funny. Jeez, mate. I should be able to dodge these, and I'm not. You know what I did? I shouldn't have taken forced overtime. If I hadn't taken forced overtime, I would have been fine. That was an instance where I dashed without meaning to. Like, I think I'm fat fingering the button by accident. Oh, there you are. Shoot. I need to bail out. If I get hit here, I'm in bad shape. Oh, of course. He's spawning the 2 enemy types that I have the hardest time dealing with. He heard me. He heard me complain, and so he used that. That's ridiculous. I am very unlucky here, Kiwi. I think I'm gonna end up dying. Oh, there you are. Well, I got unlucky. I played poorly. It's not over yet. I have to remember that. But it's not looking good. It's looking really icky. Yeah, it's my fault. I used forced overtime. I forgot to turn that off because in my previous runs I had turned it off and I was fine. Oh dear. Alright, we got his first phase at least, so at least we can say we made it to second phase. But I'm like 1 hit from death. I know I have like 50 HP, but that means nothing here. Hades does so much damage.
I have something for you.
Alright, I'm gonna focus on trying to take this out before it pops. I didn't get it. Oh, that's gonna pop right on top of me. Yep. It's funny, when I play safe, I actually play worse. Alright, these pots are probably gonna be what killed me, honestly. Oh no. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I dodged it. Poof. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm genuinely 1 hit from death here. Alright, I could probably do this. Okay, get spicy. This is gonna do a lot of damage to him. Alright, second half of this second phase. I'm gonna use lasers. I've got to be careful about these shockwaves. Okay. Charge this up, get a good meaty shot. Oh, he's gonna use lasers. Alright, I gotta bail out. Charge this up. Oh no! Ah!
I'm still more than capable.
Ran out of dashes. I ran out of dashes. If I had dashed into his lasers and stood right on top of him, I would have won. I could have killed him there.
He's strong, I'll give him that.
It was a close run. I think...
I'm up! Oh, hey, I didn't see you come in. Welcome back!
We just got a really unlucky sticks. Like, if we had slightly better RNG, I think I could have won that easily.
Now that I have access to the administrative area again, I've access to the archives, and I have some authority to void those under certain circumstances. So about your pact.
I know you mean well, lad, and from the bottom of my heart, where once it was, I thank you truly for the thought. However, don't exert your influence on this. Not now, at least. The fates can twist intentions. I don't want to take the risk.
You're sure? Well then, I'll wait. But I am going to ask you again. We have to find a way to fix this. Patroclus is waiting. You know, that painting in your bedchambers, it turned out rather well, didn't it? Some very talented shades around here.
Oh, it's beautiful. I tried to persuade your father to hang it out in the hall, but he's too coy about such things. Though I like it where it is. A reminder to us every day and night.
It's kind of funny. Hades is so proud. He's just like he's amusingly bashful at times, particularly around Persephone.
Still can't believe you let me hold his spear.
Alright, can I not give you any more nectar? It appears not.
Cerberus lies as ever at the foot of his Lord Master's throne.
Back soon, boy. Hey, Orpheus, you've noticed the resemblance between me and Dionysus, haven't you, mate? I'll tell you a little secret, but you have to promise not to tell. We're really the same god. I love a good feast, don't I?
Oh my goodness. I forgot about this plot thread. Like, we obviously just have the dialogue with Dionysus and Zagreus talking about it, but I forgot where they go with this.
But Zagreus, that is a striking revelation, the connection you describe. I see it. I can see it now. To think the god of wine and you are intricately linked. It isn't obvious, is it?
Oh, there's more to it. A bit grim, really, as I'm a little older than I look. You see, the Titans, they once tore me limb from limb, but then my heart was saved, and that's where Dionysus comes from. That is the connection between us. You understand me, mate?
What?
Your tale stirs my soul. It truly does, my friend. It is a marvel to me that such heroism isn't widely known, and I'm committed to the spread of all such truths.
Poor
Dionysus and I appreciate it, mate.
Poor Orpheus.
Your father is not here and you are back. Then it can only mean one thing. Are you all right, my child?
We are taking advantage of his good nature a little too much, I think.
Yes, I think so, Nyx. Returning here by Father's hand does put a special sting into it, though. So, any invaluable tips on how to vanquish him? Some hidden weaknesses only you know about, something like that?
You know his weaknesses better than anyone. Better even than he. It pains me to know that the conflict between you could not be settled in some other way. But if this is how it has to be, destroy him for me.
Jeez.
Next you fight up there. However long it takes. Would you do that?
It's always nice to hear your relatives just say, destroy him for me. You know?
I would.
That familial bond is like nothing else, isn't it?
Here, you can have these, Chef. Why, thank you. Do so. Wherever did you get that feedy companion you gave me? You know how much that thing is worth? To me, at least. I don't know who collects those anymore, but I sure do.
Oh, I'm so glad you like her, Prince. I could think of no one better to take care of her. And best of all, she'll remind you of me. But as for where I got her, you're not gonna believe it. Can you guess?
I'm gonna guess Hades gave it to her somehow.
Wait, you don't mean... No, not from Nyx herself. Did you... Wait, Jusa, you didn't... How to put this... Borrow her from Nyx, did you?
No. Happen to value my job here, among other aspects of my well-being, but after the lounge assignment, Nyx herself commended me and gave me feeding as a nice reward. Although, she probably knew I'd just end up giving her to you.
That's nice of her. Thank you again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think it was just a matter of I have to offer the nectar. I have to offer the nectar first going forward. All right, I'll be careful of that. Let me go see. Did I actually do forced overtime or not on that last run? Because if I did, that was a huge mistake, and that's probably what cost me the run. With Rama, you don't want to use forced overtime because you need to charge up the bow. Yeah. So what I should have done here is I should have probably just taken an extra level of lasting consequences and then jury summons. That has worked pretty well for me in the past. So or heightened security as well. So that was my mistake. I should have noticed that. I should have turned that off. Forced overtime is fine for some builds, but it's just really scary for others, and it made Hades... I was not used to the timing of Hades being on forced overtime, and I think that's what cost me the run. Alright, so I have two options for the next run. I'm either going to take the Zeus keepsake or the Dionysus keepsake. One is a bit more guaranteed to win than the other, but it takes longer to build up. I think I'll think about that off camera, though. Let's talk to Skelly.
You want to fight me, boyo? Well, hop to it, stat.
Alright. Well, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I am going to beat 32 heat. Whether it's in the next episode or one down the lane, I'm not sure which, but it's going to be one of those. But until then, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.
Never felt so alive.